Greetings and good day to you from the workshop. There will be more workshop showings soon. I'm having a tidy up. I thought I'd show you some of the stages of the natural dyeing process because, gosh, it does take at least 2 or 3 days before you can get something on your wool or linen. Longer for linen. Flip the camera around to some of the natural dyeing stages. So, first of all, of course, you need some wool that you're going to put into skeins. That is long lengths measured out by a particular weight or length. So mine is a length measured out because I need to make sure that I can do one piece of weaving completely in the same colour, because different dye vats might have slightly different colours. Then you're going to soak your wool in water at least overnight, and this just helps to open up the fibres a little bit, get them ready for stage 2 mordanting process. And this is alum and cream of tartar, only a little bit needed per sort of 50-100 grams. And you heat the wool, simmer it very gently, because if you put wool straight into hot water, it's going to felt. So then I've simmered that for an hour as per instructions. Then I've just left it to cool overnight, and I'm going to rinse that slightly because this is the colour of the water that comes out, really cloudy. Then at the same time, I've got a couple of nettle buckets going on, and I'm going to do a little something about nettles today. But this is just the most delicious nettly greenness that you ever seen this. So I'm hoping to get something good from there. That's had about a good couple of days, and it was a full trug of nettles all steeped and soaked. And here again a full trug of nettles with a little bit of water on them, so I need to put a bit more in there. What I found as well is that once you've drained the water, if the nettles haven't gone too slimy like these ones potentially might have, you can just put more water on, leave them to soak again. Right, let's get these nettles on the wool. So I don't want bits of nettly stuff over the wool where, I mean, it would just be, it would all stick, there'd be loads to pick off. So usually I would strain this liquid and just pour the liquid in here, and that would be fine, and that works well with loads of types of natural dyeing. Then I started thinking, because the early spring nettles won't last forever, can I find a way of saving the dye liquid to use at a later date and still get a lovely green? So I thought I'll put some in some bottles. So this is not iron brew. This is what happened when I took the nettles out of the dye vat solution. So it seems to be that you need to have the vegetable matter in there to keep the green. So when it comes to dyeing, how do I do that? So I've got a piece of linen here that I'm going to put some of the nettles in, so that, and then tie it up so it will be like a bouquet garni of nettles floating around, and hopefully that might help to keep the green colour. We'll let you know. Let's have a go. And here we are with the heat on. No, the heat's not on. Yeah, flaming galore. Whoa! Here we are with the heat on. And the kettle. Oops. No hairs on my hands now. this beautiful dark green colour. I'm hoping that it will start to transfer once the heat goes on. So we've got all our wool there, but as you can see, as the water starts draining out of it, it goes back to white again, so it hasn't taken. In here I've got the nettles from the solution that was soaking, and you can see what a lovely green comes from them when with it. So hopefully that will help maintain the green. Or maybe the other thing is just to use it as soon as you sort of made it and not try and store it in a bottle like I was trying to be clever. Why bother? Now another thing I found was that heating it too much tended to destroy the colour, so it wasn't boiling, I just got it hot enough to be steaming. Okay, so welcome back to the nettle. And this has been sort of on off. I try to keep it up to temperature. When you squeeze it out now, you've got a pale green, not quite the green I want, but what's happened now is the dye vat itself is starting to go a bit brown, so I don't want that. And I think one of my dyeing gurus said, you know, you'll get to a stage when you think, whap it out quick. So I think I might do that. Now I do have some more nettle juice outside, so I might put another vat on with the same skeins of wool while they're wet, while they're in the dyeing mood. So, second lot of nettle juice, again with the potpourri bouquet garni in there somewhere as well. I don't know why, it just makes me think hot. That's very hot. And now we've gone back to green nettle juice, so that's good. That's where I want to be. Apart from that, came out a bit brown then. A bit brown. Maybe we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. Gone. So it's back on the heat again. Oh, you get your hands in there. Oh, it's lovely. Lovely stuff. Okay, so I think the moral of the nettle story is use fresh stuff. So it'll be nice and green. This stuff that I've just been dyeing with has gone brown. Well, I don't want that anymore. Just like this stuff here that I tried to save, completely brown. So I don't want that either. So nettles, use straight from the squishiness of it. Lovely. The results are in, and it's going to be quite a light sagey green, and the dye liquid has just started to go brown again. So I'm going to rinse these two pieces off, but with these two I'm going to put some copper in. So in here is some vinegar and bits of copper pipe, and as you can see the vinegar liquid has gone slightly blue with the copper. So we'll see what happens. Oh, I don't know how much to put in. A little bit. So I'll leave that for a little bit more, and I'll rinse these two out. So I found a little spot with some grass to compare. The original nettles. Birdies flying around me. So this one dipped twice in different nettle vats. Just as I spotted the liquid turning brown, changed it. This one had another no more than 5 minutes or so in that copper solution, and it's gone really pale sagey. It's nice. So what you do by taking one that you've originally dyed and then modifying it is you're creating some on the same colour palette. So because they start off with the same dye colour, every subsequent one will match. nettles, bush. And of course the last thing to do is label them with what they are. Spring nettles, dipped 2 vats, 5 minutes in copper, alum mordant, and the weight 50 grams, or length sometimes I write down, because you know, tomorrow will come, you might not remember. What's interesting as well is I used a different wool to tie the skeins together, seeing how that's come out. Lovely. Once these are dry, I might make something out of them. Nice.